We've just got the F1 bombshell of the year. Well, maybe not the biggest after Hamilton going to Ferrari and Newey to Aston Martin, so okay, let's say this is the third biggest this year. Daniel Ricciardo is out of F1. It's official and it's not just about him. This could be start of something very very big. So what does this mean for Red Bull? Why cut Ricciardo loose before the season even ends? And more importantly, what's next for this struggling team? Stick around because what I'm gonna share might surprise you. So Red Bull is in trouble, and I mean big trouble. It's not just one problem, it's a firestorm. The car isn't performing like it used to, Verstappen seems demotivated, Adrian Newey is out, Perez hasn't lived up to the expectations this season, and suddenly Red Bull's grip on both drivers and constructors' titles feels a little shaky after the huge advantage they had in the first half. And worst of all, there seems to be no clear plan for the future. Things just keep getting worse. Everything is falling apart and it's happening fast, faster than their car for sure. There was a real expectation that Daniel Ricciardo could be brought in to replace Perez and maybe get one more chance in a high competitive car. The idea was that Ricciardo could provide solid support for Max Verstappen, but now even Max is uncertain about his future with Red Bull, or even in F1. The alarms are going off at Red Bull and they realize that they need to bring in fresh blood, someone hungry, someone with everything to prove. But who could that be? Yuki Tsunoda was always a potential option, but let's be honest, he's been flying under the radar and has been overseen for far too long now. The truth is, Red Bull probably expected Yuki to outshine Ricciardo, yet that didn't really happen. Both drivers had their moments, but neither truly stood out. So now, with both Ricciardo and Tsunoda not living up to the Red Bull's high standards, it's time for Plan B. Enter Liam Lawson. The other option now is Liam Lawson. But what are the chances that Lawson will be great, let's say like Colapinto is doing in Williams? No one really knows, and that is why I think Ricciardo was let go in the middle of the season. So Red Bull can play it safe and test Lawson this year, and also will be able to compare him with Yuki and the past performances of Ricciardo and see if it's really worth the seat. Now that complicates things for Perez too. Perez has been somewhat comfortable with either Yuki or Ricciardo rumors for replacing him, but if Liam Lawson does a Colapinto in the remaining races, I think very soon we'll see Perez gone from Red Bull. So Ricciardo leaving F1 could have a domino effect and we could really soon see Lawson in a Red Bull if he's gonna prove himself this year. If you stayed for this long in the video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what are your thoughts on the situation in Red Bull and if there is a light in the end of their wind tunnel.